Man, it feels wrong to turn down wagon wheel. I'll have Lance, see if I can get a ride. I think I should also change outfits, regrettably. That's it, I'm turning it back up, Rayla. That's it. Oh, you're gonna match? That's it, even louder. Did you enjoy that, Rayla? That's for you. I don't know if Walton's gonna be here. Emu's gonna be here. I know he said he couldn't be here initially, but I thought they postponed it so more people could be here. I thought he might be amongst those people that it was being postponed for. I might be wrong on that, though. This isn't love is all around. Yeah, but I heard it was all love. I'm gonna ring Lance Malton again, and then I'll have to... I'm fucked. Then I'm walking. I guess Willie, actually. We'll see. Maybe I'm not screwed. I need a fucking car, dude. We need to get paid $50,000 for this audit. That's what we need. I tried a Celsius today, and I never had a Celsius. It's like a non-carbonated energy drink. Ugh. Ugh. Drinking it right now, begrudgingly, because I just woke up from a nap. I didn't know how much I appreciated the carbonation. This is shit! It's not that bad, God, I miss the carbonation. Yeah, it's got green tea in it. I think that's what's bitter about it. Peach mango and green tea. Eef. I don't know. Energy drinks blow, bro. What are you doing? That shit tastes like ass shit. Wrong. I think Red Bull tastes good, actually. Not like in mass, but Red Bull has an interesting taste profile. They get some good flavors, too. I fuck with the peach Red Bull. I fuck with the green apple. The dragon fruit. Did I say green apple? Green apple's okay. I don't know if I've had any others. I mean, regular one's good, too. It's like raspberry, I guess, right?
Hey, Owen!
Hey, what the fuck, man?
You need a ride to the courthouse?
I just called this motherfucker 2 times.
Oh,
yeah, and I think my phone is Omega scuffed. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I might need to actually take a nap at the courthouse when we get there.
Just throw your phone away. Fuck that shit.
He could never.
He's a big
Lance
phone guy?
Malton with no phone?
He's a big phone guy. You're
I'm
telling
not
me?
saying he's a big phone guy, but I think he enjoys the attention afforded to him by the phone.
Okay.
How about that?
Never give up on it.
Well, Willie's not answering my phone calls, and I know he's wandering in NorPD, so I'll just go back for him and bring him there.
He didn't answer my call either.
Really?
I think there's some kind of conspiracy.
Maybe phone signal's down right now?
Yeah, maybe the
Call me. Let me see.
Call him and check, because if that's
Oh,
working with you two, then
we'll
I'm
see.
not
We'll see if
taking
there's
that.
the issue here, because Malton's blaming his phone.
Oh,
There's his
what the
phones.
hell?
Whoa, Malton's
Hey,
a
so phones
piece of
work? What the
shit,
fuck is
Malton.
happening?
No, my phone's not. I'm not
Phones work?
Oh, it's your phone only. It's not.
Uh-oh.
You and Willie planned this? They were right next to each other.
Alright, don't pick up from Owen.
Yeah,
That's good. You know what?
yeah.
I'm gonna have to talk to Luca about that.
Ooh, what's Luca gonna do?
What's Luca about?
I have to wrench you a question. I mean, ask you a question.
Ooh, okay,
Thanks,
I'll
man.
see y'all. Good luck.
Self mentions a Malton count. If he's not gaming the system, yeah. Ooh, this is a good song. Rip Toby Keith, rip Toby Keith, rip Toby Keith. I'm a big Toby Keith fan. I'm gonna crank that. Oh, I talk to someone else. I'll put him down. Always fine. Saddle up the boys. Gotta draw a hard line. I hope this isn't like AI art. This looks weird. Huh. The smell is so nasty. Bad taste. L. Vesperant says bad taste. L. Bozo. A lot of paintings in the city are AI art. Really? That's Like actual confirmed AI art? 'Cause that's really sad. NoPixel's way big enough to afford to pay 15 or 20 bucks to get some like how big is this canvas? Like this is not a big canvas. You could definitely hire an artist to pop up like to do some decent art. This is trash. It's soulless. And who even are these people? Like was it supposed to be like I mean, I don't even know what presidents he's supposed to be. Like maybe a young Nixon? Ugh, dude, it's just that's shit, man. There's no way. I really hope that is an AI art. Like, I don't know if you're confirming it, but I'd be kind of foolish to take the word of a chatter who doesn't have a source, but it does look like AI art to me.
Hello. Good, good. How are you, Mr. Crane?
I mean, not even past president. You could just do it of like just draw like Soze or Fontaine, like characters that were big in previous arcs or whatever. The hell
Huh?
what the hell are you wearing?
I don't think that would be
Clothes.
I don't know.
Fuck, does it look like what?
Well, I'm saying we will have evidence to know
It
whether
look
or
like
not
clothes to me.
Order that shit.
it's the same thing, right?
It's different now.
So you don't
For current judges, yeah. I mean, you could just do the current council members right now. You could just, you could just
And again, if I punch him in the face,
really easily
in the back of his head, I'll-
get art done of the current council. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an artist, so I couldn't price it. But I mean, NoPixel easily makes hundreds of dollars a day from their applications, and I know a lot of it goes to server costs and paying their developers. But I feel like paying artists for art using your server is not an absurd ask. Where the fuck is... You go to the courtroom?
a meeting room?
Is there a meeting room?
Yeah, third floor.
Third
I'm
floor?
headed to it.
They used to have art at previous mayors. Oh. Fuck, my stuff sounds there. Whatever, I don't care about it. Oh, fuck my notebook. Am I gonna get my stuff taken up there again?
Yeah, you want me to bring it up there for you?
It's just the notebook, really.
Yeah, but it's just gonna get you
And the bomb.
Okay, I can carry the bomb. Strap it to my face. Strap it to me.
Whoa!
You want me to barge in there?
Whoa!
Strap it to me. I'm
Forgot-
going in.
I forgot the medic's name, but... Whoa, careful, medic who I forgot your name.
What's it? Fuck, I don't want to say the wrong name.
I almost said
and then
Brian, but Brian wasn't the medic.
no.
Where do I pick this shit up at?
Strap it.
Where do I pick this shit
Who
up
needs
at?
medical? Does anybody need medical in here? Over here.
What the fuck is happening? Are you
I need
okay?
medical.
I was talking about the Brian situation again.
Oh. This guy needs a... Here, you wanna...
Watch out, we're gonna get sick with this guy.
I'm dying. Help
You
me,
do that somewhere else?
please.
Here.
Yeah, hand me it.
Don't read that. Don't read that. Don't read
Oh my
that.
god, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it.
Don't
I'm
do
gonna read
that. And then, there's my cigarettes. I need you to carry
it.
those.
Hey. Cigarettes? Willie, you need anything carried in there? Your phone?
I'm a judge.
Cigarettes?
He's a judge, man.
Oh, my bad.
That's also your honor. Glory to you.
Mr. Honor Glory. Mr. Your Honor Glory.
Your honorable glory, I believe.
Your
Gentlemen,
Honorable Glory.
Hello.
Honorable
how
glory
goes?
hole.
It's going good. I needed to talk to you.
Okay.
Get your statement, but you got a meeting to go to about the Vingle
Yeah.
situation. He's an overnight stay at ICU. So whenever you can, send me a statement.
Foreign bones. You don't go through a metal detector on the 4th floor.
Yeah.
They're getting shit yoinked from him. Oh, here,
What do you mean?
take
We
this
don't.
then.
We don't go through a metal detector.
That's why I asked you if I did or not.
I didn't fucking.
You better not smoke
know.
any of those cigarettes.
Can I have one?
No, you can't have one.
I don't want them either. I don't
Dude,
smoke.
I don't get fucking
I
paid.
don't
Like
even
shit
want them.
for this.
I was just gonna ask. See if you were willing.
I probably could have just signed on because I got keys the other day.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's a good solution.
I gotta find Cornwood. For some reason, Cornwood wants me to
You
be
went this
security
way.
for
I
this
saw
meeting.
him.
but
Of course he wants you to be
I'm not
secret.
doing that shit.
Right, his barrack isn't here. Oh my fucking god, there's no elevator? What is this shit, man?
The maze.
Broke ass fucking government can't afford an elevator.
They have them.
Just Bobby
It's
and
not in
Carmine.
use.
They could be gentlemen, ladies. Just Bobby and Carmine for now.
Carmine, he wants you in there.
All right.
We were gonna.
So for
Inmate
We're
stays
not-
outside
I
until we
think they
call him in.
want,
But we're gonna call you in, all right?
Yeah, he said he only wants you.
Siobhan says you want his.
Yes, ma'am, bro.
Let's talk to Siobhan real quick.
The welcome, gentlemen. The gentleman behind me is Mr. Arthur Canon.
Where's
He is
Xavier?
the-
Oh, hey, Kay.
What's up?
Wait for the mayor. It's like herding cats. How's it going, Willie?
The shift 3 chief of police work. I mean, it depends. Do you think they would stay shift 3 indefinitely, or do you think they would rotate around? I think they would rotate around.
America's finest gathered in one room. It'd be a shame.
Go ahead, Carmine. Finish the thought.
If
Would we be
It'd be
allowed
a
to
sh-
bring in our method acting
It'd be a sh-
inmate to show the process?
It'd be a
I think
shame
we'll
if I brought
defer
you
that to the
pecan
mayor
pie.
when he's ready for it, because I think you're.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So as I was saying, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Malton, those who weren't in the room prior, the gentleman behind me is Mr. Arthur Canon. He is the head of the DOJ from Spain. He has taken a flight over here to sit in, see our process, because some of the things that we legislate here may affect his jurisdiction. So please welcome him. I've informed him about the rules of the council. He won't be speaking out on his own behalf, but if you have any questions, he'll relay them through me. Thank you.
Sounds good to me. Welcome, Arthur. Right, Arthur.
yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Welcome. Okay. Good to see everybody. Does anyone know which meeting this is?
Make sure the inmates go outside.
6. All right. Welcome everybody. I have something I need to immediately bring up. So some of you may, actually you may not have noticed because I edited the old police continuity plan document. It's at the bottom there. It's report number 2635. Can everyone pull that up, please?
I'm pulling on my tablet so I don't feel left out.
I don't have a tablet,
Let's go ahead and read that real quick. I don't see any need to read it out loud just because. Yeah, I know.
What's the report number? I'm having trouble pulling up the continuity plan.
2635.
Curious what Jenny will say if she speaks here. I know she's really close to Simone, so I'm wondering how that influences, if it does at all. Because it might not at all,
I should.
honestly. I don't know what Simone's interest would be, if anything. I'm wondering what she would say. Because obviously, we have our own interests. Me, Willie, and Malton. Let's think about it. It's kind of funny that we're kind of in a secret motorcycle club, and our interest would be to appoint the worst commissioner possible, so they're incompetent. But I don't think any of us have done that. I think we're actually trying to give the PD the best leg to stand on.
Yeah, for full disclosure, I did Max did spitball some of these.
We've all done our
things
own
with me,
independent thing. We've asked questions at the same time.
and yeah, I'm kind of in.
So we can
agreement
kind of
with,
guess each other's
what's stated here.
thought process,
Rose
but
by
we
any
haven't
other name
shared
is still
conclusions
Rose.
at all. It's all
I
independent.
will speak on briefly why we're pivoting from commissioner to chief of police, and that's because in the future, I spoke with the state about this. They have a vision for a commissioner that is something that will be instated in the future. And there's
Okay.
definitely a place for a commissioner.
Commissioner's
But
off
right
the
now,
table.
it's best not to muddy the waters and to kind of. And look, I was interviewing cops for the purpose to basically fulfill a role that, my vision was commissioner would be head of the PD, right? The state's vision of commissioner was that the commissioner would be a sort of non-cop, like a political cop, almost like someone who would be a go-between for the mayor's office and PD to kind of do things that aren't possible yet. The purpose of the auditing team and the purpose of my questioning of various officers has been to essentially figure out and pass along names to the state proper that are qualified to do the job of a chief of police. It's like Malton said, arose by any other name. I'm just editing this document or proposing that this document be edited for the purpose of posterity, so that moving forward, the person who's ultimately chosen for that position is what they should be called, and not something that might come up in the future that might conflict with that. That's all. It's a bit complicated. TLDR, state has a vision for commissioner. That vision is not what we have been trying to establish. Commissioner will come later. Chief of police needs to come now. Boom.
Yeah, I'll just piggyback a little bit on what Max was saying. Being previous to some of the conversation, commissioner in the future will be more of a political role, something where a cop may ascend to a commissioner, but that cop will no longer be dealing with, let's say, day-to-day affairs, things like that. It'll be more of an oversight go-between, as Max was saying. So I'm in favor of amending the legislation.
Does anyone have any concerns about this? Questions?
So
Dakota.
I got to keep Moon off screen so I don't.
already?
So none of my
just for,
viewers
like, a very
jump to that
initial
low viewer
concern
stream.
is,
You know,
because this is technically
I don't want to
chief
bleed
of
any of my
police
high viewers
and,
over to the low
there
viewer
is
stream.
that sunset clause, Max.
Also,
like,
my
what
camera wouldn't rotate that far
does the
while
chief
still
and
displaying
in
the
theory,
room.
whoever they pick as their ass chief, what happens if this legislation is not extended, renewed, etc.?
I can speak on that judicially.
Sure.
So legally, the sunset clause applies to the power of the mayor on behalf of the state to aid in investigating and appointing a commissioner / chief, whatever we label it as. The ability of the state to do so is always and will always be without question. The sunset clause is just simply the portions that enable the mayor to be a part of the process.
Right. What I just want to, I guess, clarify and make sure is, day after Max
Pause
leaves
the
office,
music.
that chief and assistant chief is
Please
still going to be
listen.
there.
Correct. The state is choosing them, not Max. The state is making the action. Max is the conduit, as we discussed.
Yep, that was the only question I had. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I foresee this document kind of being edited in the future. Actually, maybe even just removed. It should be written somewhere eventually that the chief of police is a position that the state reserves the ability to essentially change whenever they feel that particular
Green
chief
next
is
to
being
the
ineffective.
mayor?
I wrote that at the bottom there.
I think Carmine and his
The state reserves the
goons.
right to replace any ineffective chief of police.
His
Any chief of
VOC
police has the ability to
goons.
choose their own assistant. Boom. That's kind of stuff that moving forward will be the norm, as dictated to me, and we will write it somewhere eventually, I guess.
Is there any objection on the floor to me editing the legislation to simply change the nomenclature from commissioner chief of police and/or add chief of police to
No way
the
that's actually Mr. K.
because we want to reserve the power of the state via Max to potentially
That looks like-
install a commissioner using
Who's
the
that look like?
investigative data he's
Nero?
gathered.
Like
They're just
fucking
choosing
actor
not to do so
from.
this moment. So does anyone
Oh,
have
he's in a
problem with
bunch
us
of
adding
shit, but it looks like
Dakota looks like
the guy from Taxi Driver.
Yeah, no, I
cannot listen.
That's one down, 7 to go.
all I was gonna say is I have no problem with that amendment as long as I have several questions that I've gathered from the PD over ambiguity in the legislation, and I would just seek clarity on those questions here. And I don't know if that will result in any more amendments, but I do need to ask some of these.
We should wait for the mayor to get back then.
Yes, absolutely.
So you were saying that sorry for my voice, I got shot in the neck. You're essentially saying that this would be amended to say chief of police currently, but it still gives the
So
mayor
essentially,
power
yeah,
to appoint a commissioner, so it could offer
the
him
mayor
both
the mayor
powers.
is given the power via the state to gather names and provide them to the state on behalf of the LSPD. The state then decides who is installed as commissioner, chief of police, etc. All we're doing is reevaluating which position is being installed currently. As discussed, the state feels that the commissioner role is needed, but is needed in the future, and right now it is needed more than a chief of police based on the feedback given by the auditors, such as Mr. Svensen and Mr. Glory over there, is a chief of police in lieu of the commissioner role.
Okay. All right.
But yes,
Just-
the
yeah.
commissioner role will still be reserved. To be honest with you, the only thing this legislation does in terms of selecting those roles is allowing Max to be the conduit for the decision making. The state would still be selecting these folks either way, just as I am selected and serve at their pleasure.
Okay.
While we're waiting, I guess just to for better like time allocation, we don't have to discuss it right now, but I will be proposing 2 things today. If you all want to pre-read, you know, so you kind of have like a little bit of knowledge when we do get to me. It's going to be over reports 2805 and 2829. It's just legal definitions for privilege, and then something I've been spitballing on government worker notebooks that I'd like to talk about.
Welcome back, Mr. Mayor. To catch you up, Max, as you were being raptured,
He might have to walk out and come back in.
Hello?
Oh, no, you're
hello.
good.
I need someone to pull me out of the
No,
table.
you don't. Just think about stopping what you're doing, Max.
It's not working. It's not
Oh
working.
no.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna go downstairs real quick to sign back in. I need to be let out though.
All right.
Hey, can I come over here? Come over here. Notice how Corner charged towards you as soon as you approach them.
Anyone want to let me out? Question mark.
I don't have my keys.
The
currently. I've
door
got
is
my
open.
doctors.
I'm upstairs.
Not for me.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
They just have to
There you
pull
go,
them
there you
through
go.
the
Thank you,
door.
thank you, darling.
Okay, all
All
right.
right.
Max, did you want me to record?
It'd be a sad day if we don't even crack 40.
Do you want to hear my speech?
Am I gonna be able to just record my phone? I have a camera, but it's.
Do you want to hear my speech? What's the speech? Cran, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. I have hereby been informed that you've decided to throw Bolingbrook to the side like a neglected child. And in the words of a... What do you know? That's what they're doing. They don't want to deal with it, so they're handing it to me. It's their trash. Yeah, and I'll take it. I want them to...
Who are you recommending?
I want it to sound like I'm doing them a favor. Man, you cannot let me cook.
For chief?
Yeah.
I was thinking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll bring it up. I'll think about
What
a
do you
number.
think?
Hard for me not to make a joke here, to be honest, but
Okay.
I mean, pretty much anyone besides
Hey, you think I'm playing
Barrick.
around?
The hell is going on?
Anyone besides
Jamal with
Barrick
a boombox, I think.
or like Flop. Sorry, had to say his name. That'd be good.
That talk we have with Slacks was pretty good.
Honestly, I'd probably recommend Turner,
I was gonna say those gunshots.
but I don't
sound
think
really
they want to
basic.
hear it.
I never talked to him.
Bring
Yeah.
a lot of powder crack there.
Yeah, those sounds like cannonballs almost.
I also don't think they'd pick that if I recommend that, so maybe there's no point. I just think for everything I've heard.
Yeah, I got you.
You'll be hearing the shots go now?
Nope.
I didn't hear nothing.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right, bye. Sorry.
Okay. So as you were on your way out getting raptured, Mr. Mayor, Nakota mentioned that he had a couple of questions to bring up regarding the legislation. More
I think the craziest
clarifications
recommendation.
for the
I'm trying to think
PD.
what the craziest.
Yeah, there is we had a meeting in the middle of the week where a lot of things were discussed. There seems like there's a lot of ambiguity on the part of officers as far as what
Jamal, shut up with your damn musket soundbite.
I'll just start asking some of them. These are basically generic questions that were brought up, and
Sure.
I know as yourself and the Chief Justice were,
I think
the architects of this.
even crazier
unless
would be
I'm misquoting
Duncan.
anybody.
Nope.
Okay. So as far as hiring and firing within the PD, does the mayor's office hold the ability to outright fire and hire people from the PD?
As written, technically, yeah.
Once again, I will direct you to understand the language that is mentioned no less than like 10 times in that document that says, as an agent of the state. If you think that Max is going to be able to just haul off and do anything he wants and not have the state intervene, well, you're wrong.
Okay, that's fine. I would just like, a couple more questions then.
Please.
Does the mayor's office hold the right to have access to PD documents upon immediate request?
I would say yes, for now. Yeah.
Depends on the document for me.
He's just gonna say yes to
Legally,
anything. He's
he
gonna
has
claim his
access to
absolute
documents
power
that
now.
pertain to his purview, but there may be things that don't pertain to his purview that would require a subpoena or any other kind of inquisitive action to retain.
You're asking the person
Okay.
to regulate their own power. You're asking the wrong person.
Where are we? Can the mayor's office reserve the right to overturn decisions made by the PD command?
Yes, he just did. He did already.
Yeah, sure.
He literally did 3 days ago, 4 days ago.
Is that just state intervention again, Chief Justice?
I mean, Nakota, I'm gonna be frank with you.
Yep.
This is really redundant and I don't know, silly maybe is the wrong word, but look, if the concern is the mayor going to do things that the PD doesn't like, or the PD disagrees with, or he's going to override the PD, the real question you should be asking yourself is the state going to do that? And the answer is yes. If the state feels that the PD isn't accomplishing their goals,
I have like
or the
no.
PD
I
makes
don't.
an
I don't think
incorrect
the state's
decision
going
or
to step in
whatever,
on anything
then
the mayor
state will
does.
step in.
Because the mayor's
And
going to
again,
do it
I'm
in
gonna
the heat of the
reflect you to a
moment.
parallel with the DOJ. There was this thing called the Senate installed.
I think
where,
Dakota
appeals
is completely
had to go
justified
above
to ask these
judges
questions.
because the state sometimes disagreed with how the judges handled themselves. Now, I, as an
Trying to
agent
scold
of the
Dakota
state, the
and be
appointed
like,
Chief
"You
Justice,
fool!
sit
Nobody
in a
would
very similar
ever,
role
nobody would
as the
ever
role
let
being
him do
described
that."
with the mayor with
But
the
then the
PD.
mayor's going to do it
I
in the heat of the
oversee
moment,
DOJ on
and they're
behalf
not
of
going to
the
be able to
state.
say no
I
because
can
and the
fire
state's not going to be able to
judges at will. I
intervene
can
in the moment.
countermand the decisions
If
in
the
an
mayor
appeal.
walks in the mission row and is
But
like,
I'm
"I
doing
want
so at
Slacks
the
fired
behest
right
and with the
now,"
blessing of the
then
state. I
Slacks is
serve at their
fired.
pleasure.
Maybe the state can overturn it later on,
Nitpicking what the
but
mayor
the damage
can
is
do
done.
is foolish
Dakota's
because the
completely
mayor
right.
is the state in this action. That's what the legislation establishes, is a chain of command effectively, where it's the state, the mayor as their agent, conduit, and mouthpiece, and then the PD. So yes, the mayor is the state. The mayor can do what the state wants, and he will do so on their behalf. And if he does something wrong or he overreaches, then the state will cull him like a batch of maligned wheat.
I don't believe the state would ever call him.
Nice vocab, sir.
Thank you.
All right. I just wanted clarity on those questions, and
I
I
don't
got
think
it.
the
so
state would
thank
ever
you.
call him. I think the mayor could demand to see any SOPs, any documents
So I
he
didn't
wanted
hear
to,
any nays
and
insofar
fire
as
anybody he wanted
the
to.
revision is concerned, correct? Good. Revision passes. Excellent. Very good. Relatedly, on the same topic, I have conferred with the state and submitted my findings, coupled with that which I discovered and heard from not only the captains or a captain of the LSPD. I spoke with nearly every single senior officer. Spoke with Malton briefly.
Malton mentioned.
And I submitted all of the intel I had to the state. The state has returned their verdict to me. And I will be announcing the new chief of police at the shift 3 meeting. So let's try to get through this as fast as possible.
Oh, so they already have the chief in mind.
Should we? Can I suggest we get through the DOC bit first?
Yeah. Okay.
Just so we can clear out the room a little bit.
Okay. So let's do something else first.
Why
and let me
did-
very quickly?
why did I
draft it
come
up.
here?
I can knock that shit out real quick.
I'm editing it right now.
Oh shit! All right, fuck it. All right. Many of you guys present. Sorry, my chair's a little squeaky. Everyone here has heard our ambitious and future-looking plan
at the beginning of the
for
meeting,
the Department of
the
Corrections.
auditors are here to
Department of
help
Corrections
him
fucking
determine the
lame as
chief
shit.
of police.
It was only ever used as a stepping stone
We all heard
to
it.
eventually join the police department. It's full of a bunch of no one wants to sit in Bolingbrook. I'm going to be fucking honest. However, despite everything and against all odds, we have located 2 brave individuals who are
Did you get
more than
paid? Not
capable
yet.
to handle the monotony and the doldrums and the other assorted undesirables of society. Before you stand the future dual wardens of Bolingbrook Penitentiary, Bobby Charles and Carmine Costello. Gentlemen.
Aye, aye, folks.
Yes, folks.
I've been informed by the sitting mayor that the prison has been thrown to the wayside. And my mother taught me one man's trash is another man's treasure. So I gladly accept this position if it is handed to me. And there are 2 things I will promise you that I'll bring to this city. Okay, 2 principles. That is God and rehabilitation. For too long has this city gone on with criminality and criminal activities. And with me at the head of Bolingbrook Penitentiary, along with my best friend Bobby, I promise you the disease will be cured, for we are the cure. For example, look to my right, Mr. K, a bona fide,
that is him.
verified former crook, soon to be exonerated. If I can fix him and turn him into a god, what can I do? You've chosen the right man for the job, and I appreciate you for that. Bolingbrook?
Okay. Didn't know we had a chance.
Bolingbrook.
Bolingbrook.
DOC.
I have a demonstration ready if you don't mind.
Please.
Of how we Donkey! Bring the donkey in!
Bring him in.
Oh wait, is that the guy in the orange vest outside?
Yes.
Hey,
Get comfortable, folks.
Courtney, go ahead and unlock the door.
I don't have keys actually.
Oh, well, let me do it.
You're
Donkey.
in for a show, folks.
Hey, chow
Donkey.
time, inmate.
Let's go, prisoner. 42069. Let's go.
Bring the cameras in too. Bring them on in.
Yeah, prisoner.
Inmate. Oh, 700, inmate.
0700. 07.
Prisoner 426-9, step forward. Chow time's over.
How long do you think this lasts for them?
You guys fucking disgusting.
Before they're bored.
Make
And
sure
Inmate, what the hell did you just say to me, inmate?
prison is again a
Make sure you're yelling,
wasteland.
guys. Oh my!
What the
All
hell?
right, that's it.
Hey, inmate
You are
436.
fucking
Inmate
pigs. I hate
436.
all of you.
Inmate 436.
Rehabilitation,
fuck.
folks.
My
Rehabilitation.
spine.
Y'all time's
My
over.
spine.
No time for you, son.
We're the
Okay, I can look at his feet. I can't do anything about the spine.
Hallelujah.
Hey, put him in solitary. Put him in solitary.
You're going in the hole, 42069.
And scene.
The
See that?
system works.
Quick and swift. That's what we can promise you.
That was fucking sick. Let's go. Oh shit.
I'm gonna lock the door again.
Yeah, he's
Hang
in the
on.
hole. He's locked in the hole.
Oh my god, man, we fucking.
All right.
Remember the last one that got locked in the hole? We ain't seen him since 2019.
The plan is simple. Okay. The police department doesn't want to deal with Bolingbrook. I don't want to deal with Bolingbrook. Chief Justice doesn't want to deal with Bolingbrook. Willing to bet that most council members don't want to deal with Bolingbrook. People don't even want to be in Bolingbrook, except for these two gentlemen. So I propose, and I believe the Chief Justice has probably drafted something up already. Let me take a quick little peek.
I have not, but I'll write something simply.
Chief Justice?
Yeah.
I would like to chip in when you write up that draft, since it will be us that handle it.
Oh, let me be very clear with you, Carmine. Given that this was partly born from my idea chamber, here's my caveat to all this. I'm gonna hire you and Mr. Charles over there to work for DOC, so you guys got keys and all that. But past that, you ain't getting shit. You're not getting guns. You're not getting tasers. You're not getting armory. You're gonna be the Lord of the Flies.
You ever read that, Carmine?
Yeah, yes, I have. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
have,
you're-
I'll be the first to eat the weakest. You
That's
chose the
what
right
I'm saying,
man,
Carmine.
Chief
That's
Justice.
what I'm saying. But yeah, it will be very simple. Simply, the legislation will follow that you and Bobby Charles are empowered to run the DOC how you see fit, and we are empowered to shake hand you whenever we see fit. So have fun.
Oh, there's only one
Oh
thing
yeah,
you
there is
guys.
one more caveat.
As wardens or whoever you're working with, if someone's time is up and they say, I want to leave, my time is up, or some variation thereof, you have to let them go. That's it. That's all. That's the only rule.
Oh, there is another rule.
All right, there's another rule.
Anyone from the Dan clan that wishes to participate as a junior DOC card must be welcomed and trained accordingly.
All
The
righty, Chief
Dans?
Justice.
The Dan's, correct. Oh, and the Littlemans. Yeah.
Yep.
I guess I'll make exceptions, Chief Justice.
No way to rehabilitate anything.
I do have a question.
Yep.
Wages and oversight. Will it just be you? The council?
Yeah,
you two will get paid according to the ability to sign on as DOC. We'll see in the future about other people. That'll be the bare bones to start with, is you and Mr. Charles. In terms of oversight, yes, it'll be the council.
Chief Justice, with one fell swoop, you have saved this city from damnation. Hallelujah.
Here, here.
Yay.
Anybody against this grand idea?
Nope.
It's brilliant. It's amazing.
I'm not a council member, but I would be
All
against
right.
it. It's
Well, hearing no objections, that I guess passes unanimously. Congratulations, gentlemen. Before you leave,
We'll see how it
go
goes.
ahead and come over here to me and give me your state IDs, and I'll reach out to you for some other information I'll need.
By the way, Carmine, there's no cannibalism in Lord of the Flies, so there was no eating.
Really?
Go ahead when you're ready, Bobby. Carmine? Okay, I will need to send y'all an email to gather some other information for your staff profiles, but we'll do that later. I'll get the process moving now throughout the meeting. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
That's all for us, I guess. I bid you all adieu. Till next time.
Have a
Thanks
great
for coming,
meeting.
gentlemen.
Yeah. Till next time.
Thank you all.
I'll let you out. I'll let you out. Oh, I got wade through the bodies.
Oh my god, dude, I was so fucking.
Inmate! Hey, don't get close, inmate! Don't get fucking close!
God, that's beautiful.
It really is.
While we do have limited time, would you like the audit team to just rapid fire off their results?
Okay, so let's be clear. We have
We
2.5
have the chief in
hours.
place.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
take your time with the audit. I want to hear your thoughts and everything.
Okay. Well, so first off, once again,
Forward
the audit
chief,
team, we've been
0.
kind of working within MRPD for
I'd put my odds
officially
at
about
0.
5 days now. I can speak for myself. I'm mainly a systems kind of guy. You know, I'm not much of a people person. When I personally went in there, when I was talking to people, I was specifically talking about their systems, their current procedures, et cetera, et cetera. Other audit members obviously may have focused on different things, and my particular conclusions were
Don't tell
not
him
reached
shit
with
till we
the
get
help
paid, Willie.
of any member
I know why
of
Malton's a
the
fucking
audit
rat,
team.
but don't tell him shit
So
till we
with
get
that
paid.
being said, I'll just give my findings here in a couple minutes, and then I will invite the other auditors to share theirs. The full report is going to be in the City Council doc 3073. And the TLDR is, I just feel the current high command is too gun shy. I think that they are operating on a mindset that would be great if this was a police department of hundreds.
Malton is a
but
rat,
it is not.
snake,
It is a police
bitch.
department of less than 100. They are wanting to cook everything to perfection and ship it out the door. And once again, while all that is admirable, it is causing a lot of bottlenecks, a lot of slowdowns. And I believe that high command should embrace the current thinking that this council was founded on, that we could push new legislation, that we could push new ideas, and if it's not working, simply change it, amend it, or take it back. Just some examples is with the PD chain of command. They are wanting to cook a sergeant until they know for sure that sergeant is ready. I do not think they have time for it. I think they should have picked the best person that they thought for the job weeks ago. And if that person wasn't working out, simply replace them. As I understand it, their dispatch and receptionist departments are floundering. You know, they're kind of doing their own thing, which, once again, understandable. High command has bigger things on their plate, but they could have picked someone to run it, give them the authority to do something with it. And yeah, it may not be the best thing, but it's certainly better than what they're doing with it now. You know, they could have picked a head of dispatch, circled back with them in a couple weeks. And if dispatch is not doing as well as they want, once again, just find someone else. You know, some progress is better than none, and shipping it out to door to perfection. I believe that most of the problems, systemic issues, mind you, with this PD would be solved if the high command, sorry, was just willing to take chances, much like this council was, and you know, change it as time goes on. I don't want to take up too much time here. As I've said, you know, everything else is kind of like with my thoughts in there. If anyone has any specific questions on that, you're more than welcome to ask me. But that is the huge problem. I will tack something on here specifically
I'll rip
for
a
the
fart.
shifts.
If
Shift
enough
1
subs,
and
I'll
2,
rip a fart.
as I understand
Or
it, you know,
RP.
from the interviews I've
I'm not
conducted,
telling you how many
is
subs,
on
but
the
when,
right
when there's
track.
enough,
It is
I'll let you
trending
know.
upward.
I'll rip it a
It may
fart.
not be going as fast as this city would like, but I think a chief and assistant chief may help with that. Shift 3, in my opinion, that's another story altogether. Shift
Hold
3,
on, brief interjection.
Yes.
I spoke with Captain Slacks yesterday, and the sentiment you just said is something that he mirrors.
That they're just like they're not bold enough, basically.
No, they're not going as fast as the city was. It was like
Gotcha.
yeah.
Now, like I said, like shift 1 and 2, they're trending upwards. Could they use a little help? Maybe, but I think a chief or assistant chief will help get them on the right track. Shift 3, however, shift 3 is a different story altogether. In my opinion, shift 3 numbers are down so bad that it is a complete dumpster fire. All these problems I explained, it applies to shift 3 as well, but their issue is compounded by the fact that they have a third of the active officers of shift 2 and half of that of shift 1. My general recommendation for that, you know, firing off the hip of just what I had, is they need to reach out and attempt to cultivate transfers so that you know, they should not push people right out the door. You know, you're not wanting to throw the lowest quality meat you can on the street just because you need numbers. But I think they should actively reach out to other departments nationwide and perhaps see if there are any transfers available who are interested in shift 3. That way they already have a lot of prior experience, and that could be like a one-time injection to bump up their numbers. But yeah, overall, their high command just needs to be a little more bold. Chief and assistant chief should help with that. I'm also making the official recommendation. I don't want to say that the audit should continue in its full form, but maybe that the team still be a place officially on like a less frequent level to circle back with the chief and assistant chief here in like a week or two to see if things are improving with a chief or an assistant chief, and to, you know, kind of see if they continue to stay on the right track. Jenny, would you like to speak next?
Yeah, for sure. I mirror a lot of what Malton is saying. I've looked at more solution-based that are things that we can implement to ease the strain. I found 4 sections within the PD in which they need support. The first one is money. I know that they need to be self-sustainable. However, right now, the PD have nothing to be self-sustainable on other than their own wages. An average officer has to work a minimum of 4 hours a day to even break even when it comes to repairs, food, and everything else. Something I'm proposing to come forward that is kind of out of our reach, but a suggestion that may help. I know they may be changed in the works. One is that currently, when any fine is given, an officer receives 15%, with 85% of it going to the state. A better investment would probably, if after that 15%, the 85 was broken equally between the state and a PD budget. That means that they are working for the money and that it's their own work that they are benefiting from. I think it would ease a lot of the stress on the officers, especially when it comes to repairs and it comes to just general day-to-day living. They don't make crazy wages. They make less in an hour than a lot of nearly every single job within the city. The second one is retention and training. FTOs are currently burnt out, especially in shift 3. They have not enough boots on the ground. On average, the peak I saw was 19 in a meeting, but the daily day-to-day was ranging from 4 units on duty all the way up to 15. They do not have enough officers on the ground
Thanks
to
for
go
the
to every call,
follow.
which means that right
U-bot
now
reporting for duty.
they echo the
A
sentiment
little
that the city is not
suspects,
happy
don't
with
you
them
think?
because they can't get to them. My suggestion was to get more
U-bot
transfers,
reporting for
very similar
duty.
to Malton, a one-time 3 to 4 transfers for each shift.
Implement
Give
user,
them
for
2-3
sure.
sessions with an FTO, put them into PPO for a couple of days, and get them on the streets. The knowledge that they will become FTOs in the near future. This would aid the strain on the current FTOs,
Like the
and also
profile picture for
help
that
with the
account.
numbers that are currently in the city. The third thing is punishment. A lot of the officers had a lot to say, regardless whether they had DAB points or not. They had a lot to say on it. A lot of them feel that there's a lot of feelings around the punishment within the PD. A big thing is the lack of using DABs to teach, and them all being used rather as a punishment. A way in which I think this could be countered is if when an officer hits 10 DABs, their DABs are given over to the civilian oversight, Malton's group, to be reviewed independently. It established a presidency, to let them be reviewed independently, because right now the captains are judge, jury, and executioner. A lot feel uncomfortable about that. This would ease on them. It would allow them to step back, and for the officers to feel that they have a say in their punishment, because a lot of officers felt their DAB points weren't always, they could have done better if it was a conversation rather than just a straight DAB. As I said, some of them felt they'd been used maliciously against them. This would allow for both the captains to have their say and also the people who are being dabbed. The final one is chain of command, and it's kind of the same as Malton. They currently don't have a fully working chain of command, and because of that, they have very good officers in multiple ranks. Within just 2 ranks, they have the captain role as senior rank. The seniors are currently working as like a pseudo command. However, not all the seniors are the same level of experience as each other. Some are suited for better, some are suited for more. I think if they have a fully fledged chain of command, it would stop the bottleneck that a lot of feel, that the captains are unavailable and the seniors don't know stuff. The final point, which you've already covered, was that I didn't think they need a commissioner. They need a chief of police who can start building in their experience and to start getting those roles and ranks in place. Thank you.
Sorry, pause.
Hold on.
Hold on. No, real quick. What is Xavier doing?
He's filming.
When did we agree on that?
What the? That is.
In fact, I brought that up at the
Yeah,
first
what?
meeting, and you guys shot it down.
Didn't notice him.
Who shot it down? Okay, Xavier, destroy the tape. Let's vote on that now. Okay, real quick. I would like these meetings to be filmed and distributed publicly and viewable to the people of Los Santos, because we are in here behind closed doors representing them technically.
Based,
All
actually.
in favor.
Quick question.
I have a comment about it. I was in favor of this, and I don't remember exactly who said it or who said no, but several people spoke up and said there were things we were going to discuss that probably weren't appropriate to be disseminated in terms of how we talk about the topics. Meaning
that was me. Yeah.
I was also against it for that reason. I'm more than fine with releasing meeting minutes or whatever you want to call them, but yeah, I'm against a straight recording.
Speak up, Crane, by the way. Oh,
sorry.
Why? What are you guys afraid of?
It's not that we're afraid of anything. It's just that there are certain topics that we end up having to discuss that are just a bit unusual.
They should be afraid. Are they so naive to think that if they released meeting videos, the council members that voted against the interest of big criminal groups would be murdered? Not, would
Listen,
not be murdered?
Inappropriate for public consumption. I guess.
I also, if we're going to bring someone into film, I think there should be a discussion on who that is. I'll just
sure
someone picked by whoever's
I
in
proposed this. I wanted Ursula to come in and report on the meetings.
Ooh.
And I felt like I was voted down. So if that's changed, I'm not against it. I want to know when that's changed and how.
Yeah, because we had discussed like press conferences or just meeting minutes afterwards, but nothing ever came of that.
We'll compromise. This meeting can remain unfilmed. However, I would like it put to a vote that it can be filmed in the future, with the caveat that we as a group can select who will be filming it. I'm not, as I'm proposing this, I'm not suggesting that it be edited or trimmed down or whatever. I just want the full meeting to be consumable to the public.
Yeah, I agree. I think, hell, at one point, my vision for the council was, even with Miss Wright, that there might be like public comment sections. Now, having experienced these meetings, I don't think that's possible, given that we're already reaching 4 hours without a bunch of yokels in here. But I do think that, putting it out there is a good thing.
Let's put it to a vote. Oh, okay.
Can I just have a question?
Sure.
Do we actively already have the transcript being kept that's pushed out, or has that not happened yet either?
Well, Alex takes notes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So what would be the main difference between the notes being taken and then a video being taken?
Well, meeting minutes are in the eye of the writer, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of interpretation when you're
like
recording things versus the
like
tone
a famous
of
man once said,
someone
"Not my
actually
monkey, not my circus."
I think our
go ahead.
constituents should be able to see how we react in real time to certain ideas.
What if we had someone in here who was speaking on something and they didn't want to be filmed? Would we bar them from being in here, or would we pause it for filming?
I think it would be important to inform them that the meeting is filmed, and if they have a problem with that, maybe they shouldn't show up.
Well, legally we have to. It's a two-party state.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Is this building public?
Well, we're making the meeting public, aren't we?
Yeah. So, I mean, they wouldn't need he wouldn't need permission to film. Right?
If you're in, okay.
Right. Well, because if this is a public space, then he doesn't need permission.
Well, we're walking the door, aren't we?
Right.
So it's not so public.
Okay. Well,
Public building, private room.
If they don't want to be filmed, then I'm content with them not being here.
Yeah, I think, frankly, if people want to come and spit their ideas, they should be willing to stand by them.
Amen to that. Let's vote it. For the purpose of public filming, for the purpose of no editing, full, unadulterated, 100% 5-hour video to the public after the meeting is concluded. Are we in favor? Any nays? Surprisingly, it is unanimous, despite what I heard 5 minutes ago. I am pleased by this.
I just
in
want
the
a
future
discussion about who it is, but I'm good with it. I'll stand by anything I say here.
Yeah, I think we should have Ursula do it, because she's really good about
It works, yeah.
about publishing the video and documenting
She
and
is.
distributing and all that.
She's amazing.
And when people actually, when she actually tweets out things, people actually read it. So
that's a good point. Yeah.
Sick. I mean, I'm in favor of Ursula too. Does anyone have
Alright.
any other suggestions or anything like that? Okay, Ursula it shall be. I haven't seen her around in a bit, so we might have to go
me
somewhere
either,
else.
actually.
we'll have to find somebody who's doing new stuff, because it should be someone who's interested in that craft already.
So we got Moose Knuckles, but I hate the sound of his voice. Makes me
No,
want
he's
to
a
put a bullet
lawyer
through my
now.
brain. Oh, okay.
I'm about to give him a bar license in the next week or
He
so.
backed up 2 of my doctors. He did great. I'll vouch for him too.
We have First Temple also does news stuff. There's another clown who does a newsletter. That I actually just being Moose Knuckle. I'll ask around and I'll look around. There are a couple of people who've been diligently doing news
We should
stuff.
do like interviews for it. That'd be sick. Fun RP.
Cool. What the fuck were we talking about before that? Sorry, guys.
We halfway through the
Still
audit
on the
team.
audit
We're
stuff.
done.
Oh shit. Oh,
If we're done with the discussion on filming, is there still a reason for this individual to be in the room?
No. Thank you, Xavier, for your time. This individual is Xavier Monroe. He's a lawyer. Good one too.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Xavier.
All right. Cool. I had something I wanted to say to Miss Hall, and that is we had some text messages, and you said that there was something in your report that I would not like. I was curious what that is.
Oh, just the thing that I didn't think you'd like. That I didn't like. I didn't want there to be a commissioner. That was it.
Yeah. I feel like we all simultaneously kind of reached the same conclusion.
Yeah.
At different points, so that's pretty cool. Okay. Does Mr. Owen Svensen wish to speak now?
I was told we're getting paid for this, and my only bargaining power is not giving my report till I get paid. So
it's true.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Jenny Hall is getting paid. Have you not been paid?
No.
I've got part of my payment, so the other half comes tonight.
Yeah, there was one, but then I was needing to have a conversation with Alan before I paid out everybody else.
Yeah, we can authorize people with the same rate as Miss Hall.
Which is
it's 50,000.
50,000.
Okay, so the payable now or
If you give me your
After this meeting.
information, then I can get it paid as soon as we finish the meeting.
okay. We're gonna wait for Willie, or should I just go ahead?
Wait, where's Willie at?
He walked out for a minute.
I mean, you could give your part, and
Well, I'd prefer to have my emotional support glory here.
Yeah, I'll go get him.
fair enough.
Oh, Mr. Arthur, you want back in?
Yes, please. I have a small emergency.
Okay, no problem.
Hop on in.
Welcome back, Mr. Cannon.
Sorry, I had a small
Willie!
emergency.
No worries.
Willie,
Call his ass, actually.
have you guys seen Willie Glory?
My phone is a scuff cur. Oh, I believe Owen's Owen.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Hey, can somebody open the door?
Here you go.
Damn. I got my paycheck after this for 50 G's. I don't need no union no more. Fuck the union. I'm not paying no dues. Believe it when we see it. Yeah, I guess.
Couldn't find him.
Shit.
Yeah, we can wait though. A couple minutes.
I got something to bring up in the meantime.
Sure.
I am pleased to announce that I have been working closely with the manufacturers and suppliers at Ammunition. There were some supply chain interruptions due to robberies that were occurring down at the docks. Some of their, I guess, cargo crates were broken into and supplies were stolen. They have found an alternate shipping route with more secure containers, and we are now restoring service. So I'm pleased to announce that as of Monday, in the sort of NA time zone, we will start rolling out civilian weapons licenses. The rough idea right now is to charge $25,000 for the license. Citizens will be permitted via the salespeople at Ammunition to purchase one firearm per week. It will be registered to them. This is to stop, bad faith proliferation. but everything should be moving forward well. And I am under the impression also that these firearms will have some modifications made to them, so they may be a little more fancy than what we're used to.
I'm around pretty frequently. Would it be all right if the mayor and the deputy mayor had the ability to issue these licenses, and chief of staff too? I mean, my wife has a lot of experience handing out licenses in the past.
No.
Why not?
The DOJ handles all licensing.
Well,
that includes businesses, that includes guns, everything.
I don't even get to issue a business license?
No, the business licenses are referred to the DOJ for issuance because, as I directed to you in one of our very first meetings, there are several checks that I have to go through after your approval process with the state. Thus, the important
Only
part
rich
is
people
that
get
while
guns
you
in Los
approve the
Santos.
concept of the business and
If
the
you want to
issuance
defend
to us,
yourself, be
we have
rich.
another check before we can even do our job.
Don't be
So
poor.
why not just have the DOJ handle all of the business shit? Why am I the middleman for you guys?
Well, you're making all the decision. The state just does a final check. That's it.
Well,
It's like a background check.
Yeah, that's fair. And, I'm perfectly willing to do more work. I don't mind. It seems like potentially that my involvement in that is just an extra step that is completely unnecessary if that's the case.
Well, no, because we aren't handling anything substantive. We're only a procedural element.
Well, why not just be both then?
Because I have no knowledge or desire to regulate commerce. It's not in my job description.
You are regulating commerce, though, by being the final check on the matter.
I am. Well, Max, this is a beautiful example here. So much like the folks down at the PD who misunderstand the legislation with the state empowering you to oversee the PD, as you are an agent of the state, so am I. I am not actively making decisions for the mayor's office on behalf of myself. I am simply just relaying the will of the state as an agent.
Okay. I could do that just as well as you, I think, at this point. At least for as long as I'm mayor.
For business licenses, sure. For other licenses, I tend to disagree.
Okay. Sure. I will take on that burden of responsibility. I'll speak to the requisite people to do so. I think that look, I've spoken to a lot of mayors in the past, and my wife could attest to this. Lots and lots of people come to her for business ideas and stuff, and it's a process that I think deserves rewarding in the form of monetary compensation at the end of the day.
Yeah, we don't keep that money. That
Wait,
literally
who-
goes to
who-
the deputy mayor who handles that business.
Wait, why the deputy?
Well, in the past, the deputies handled it. If you're handling it, then it'll go.
Oh, yeah.
In
basically,
the past, the way that the system worked is that deputy mayors typically would handle the entire process of authorizing businesses.
Okay.
And I had no problem giving them the money. It was just simply that I was the one who had to issue the physical license.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, if that's the case,
I have no interest in retaining funds from doing a procedural job.
His wife?
Okay. I
Sure.
would just like to see. So I was under the. My apologies. I was
Chief
under
of
the
staff as
impression
well.
that the money was getting chomped up by the DOJ at the.
No, the only people who might retain some of it is if we had a clerk do it, but that's just because that's their incentive to be active at City Hall. But I suspect with weapons licenses, they'll have more than enough to do.
Sick. Okay. All right. Never mind then. Sick. I will be speaking to assist with the final check and whatnot.
Yeah, no, you guys should. We'll talk about that separately.
Yeah. We're good.
All right. Well, Owen, now that your emotional support Glory is here, would you like to present your findings?
Good news, Glory. They're going to pay us 50 G's a piece.
Nice.
Can you speak up, Mr. Glory?
He said nice. Listen, first of all, first change that needs to happen in that police department is they got to put up no smoking signs if they're going to tell me to stop smoking constantly. It's bullshit. I wasted, dozens of cigarettes over the course of a week because they wouldn't put up a sign and they had to tell me to stop smoking constantly. So that's my first recommendation. No smoking signs or I get to smoke. Second, I think it's important to establish that we may not like it, but there are 3 different shifts in that police department, and there forever will be. It's not the design of the captains that there are 3 different shifts culturally. As long as I've ever been a cop in this city, I mean, last time I was 5 years ago, but before that it was 7 years in a row. I think it's important to notice that, or it's important to note, and Jenny, Lance, Dakota, or Willie, or even Cornwood can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but there's 3 shifts, and to put them concisely, shift 1 has always been kind of more or less a retirement home, a shift where you have mostly experienced cops who take their job pretty seriously, and it's shown usually in the quality of police work. It was pretty high when I was there. I understand it's a little less high now, but that seems to be across the board. Shift 2, I mean, it's pretty much the frying pan and the fryer. It's constant chaos and lots of death, destruction, mayhem, chaos. And shift 3, it's a fucking ghost town. I'm not saying shift 3 isn't important. I'm just saying it is what it is in terms of civilian population, crime, etc. It can be a bit dull, and it's hard to find staffing for that because of it. But I want to confront that the 3 captains, as far as I can tell, do represent their shift in some shape or form. I know that there's not a lot of fans in here of those captains. I can get into that in a minute. But from my understands, they're kind of the scapegoats to this whole thing. So while I haven't met Ruth, I've heard a lot about her. And not a lot of good things. But I suspect this might upset a few people. I would probably see eye to eye with Ruth more than anybody else in this room. However, as I haven't met her, it's hard for me to recommend her or pat her on the back.
Well, why do you think you would see eye to eye with her?
She's a disciplinarian at heart. She believes in the chain of commands and is strict with strike points, or as they call them, dab points. Is that some kind of failed branding attempt by you?
DAP.
With a P.
D-A-P.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, whatever. I mean, anyways, I haven't spoken to her. I spoke to her replacement or interim captain, and I see eye to eye with him on a few things. Anyways, what I'm getting at is I think all 3 captains are representative of the shift more than anyone's willing to give them credit for. I think shift 1 comes across as a serious group, and I think Ruth is a reflection of that, or has instilled that mentality. But I've known it to be a serious shift for all my life, so it doesn't surprise me. Shift 2 is embedded in chaos, and you need to have some leniency to survive. So I'm not surprised Slacks is the way he is. And Turner, the 2 words I've heard about him most are firm but fair. And I can't help but agree. He's a thoughtful man who seems considerate, gives positive feedback, but the most negative thing I've heard about him is that he's associated with Ruth, which is, I guess, a statement in itself.
I've got a question, Owen.
Okay.
What was the highest rank you achieved in the police department?
7 years. I ended as the sheriff for the Blaine County.
So you've got experience in high command.
Absolutely. 8 months.
If you were sheriff, and these were your captains or whatever, would you be content with their performance so far?
No, and that's what I'll get into. I wanted to address that, they're unfit or whatever. I want to set the scene for those that are civilians in this room that think that there's some kind of disparity between the shifts. There is, and there needs to be. But, to get to the criticism part of this statement, audit, whatever. Yeah, I mean, like Lance said, it's it seems like they're so focused on getting the right people for their chain of commands that they don't realize the house is burning as they do it. To give an example, an analogy, a metaphor, whatever, imagine a house is on fire, and you're sitting there as the fire department with a hose deciding where best to place the water. You could spend all day, and at the end of the day, you might have determined the best place to put the water. You could save as much water as possible, and that fire is going to go out very efficiently when you deploy it if you spend enough time calculating. But the problem is the house is on fire. The longer you wait, the worse it gets, and the more there are stress fractures that build up from it. And I think all 4 auditors are going to be in agreement from what I've heard so far. It seems like the main issue is they haven't established a chain of commands. I personally would have had a chain of command on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. To be 2.5, 3 months in with no chain of command listen, I had this feels like a conversation I had with Chief Bass or Sheriff Toretti when I was a lieutenant. Delegation. You have to delegate. These people that are captains or in the past chiefs and sheriffs have this. They want to be in such full control and they enjoy it so much that they don't give it up and they wait for the perfect candidate. But you don't get to. You know, as a famous general once said about the the Afghanistan war, you don't get to go to war with the army you want. You go to war with the army you have. You have to promote the sergeants that you have, not the sergeants you want. There's not going to be a perfect sergeant that walks in, unless Stubble does, because he was perfect. But regardless, they need to promote a chain of command, and they needed to do it 3 months ago. It's a shame they haven't to this day. It sounds like from our conversations with them, their mind has changed, and they will have one in a week or less. But
convenient.
I think it's a little late. What other issues are there? I mean, I think they're waiting for the chain of command to implement any kind of unit or department that would further interest in the police department. So it seems like a major issue, not enough cops on the streets. I'm going to confront this right away. There will always be an issue with not enough cops on the streets. There's only one time in history we had too many cops on the streets, and that is by far an exceptional period in terms. I mean, that is the exception to the norm. And I think their focus, and I can't disagree with Slacks' logic on this, is they don't want sub-departments or units because they want everyone focused on training. However, the part they haven't considered is that by focusing everyone on training, they might be turning away people that would be interested in sub-departments but not training. Let's say, for example, you have 10 cops. 2 want to be detectives, 2 want to be cargo fast unit guys, 2 want to be SWAT team members, right? You might lose out on some of those potential hires because there is no department for them and they're not interested in training, therefore reducing your total numbers. I think they're waiting for the chain of command, for what it sounds like, to institute any kind of sub-department or unit. But, I mean, plenty of these cops are interested in whatever unit you can think of. I mentioned a SWAT team or a detective unit, a street gang unit, a fucking pursuit unit we've had in the past. What a clusterfuck that was. Motorcycle cops. I mean, whatever. Litter patrol, whatever. There are cops that would be interested in doing these things, but they can't because they have to FTO first, and then they spend 2 months FTOing and they're burned out and they don't want to go and do it anymore because they don't get to do anything interesting. Also, with the promotional stuff, it is a problem when you imagine yourself to be a cadet or something to come into the department a month ago. If you have seen the same seniors not make any movement in the past month towards sergeant, what makes you think you're ever going to get senior? It's a cascading issue where if seniors aren't getting promoted, officers aren't getting promoted, and cadets aren't feeling like they're going to get promoted, and it leads to a morale issue up the board. And I'm not saying you should cave to their demands, but there's got to be something more reasonable than 3 months with no sergeants, no lieutenants, no corporals, whatever, sergeant majors, gunnery sergeants, whatever the ranks may be. They have to do something in that regard. Another big issue that was brought up to me, strike points, staff points, whatever you want to call them. Eye contact with.
Go on.
They're a bunch of whiners. I know I'm not going to leave this meeting with another friends. I'm sorry, Cornwood. But these DAT points, as far as I can tell, everybody who's whining about them, a bunch of fucking whiners. It seems like 99% of them are justified, and if not more. Listen, the only thing I can say in Cornwood's defense would be he does spend a lot of time in this city, and he does have a really good relationship with the civilians. And I really wish they would weaponize that, not in like a negative way, but I wish they would put him in some kind of role where he can interface with the community and build relationships so he doesn't feel like he has to rail against his commands. But I will never support someone railing against his commands. I just can't do it. It's not in my nature. I was a soldier and then I was a cop. I love Cornwood. I spent a lot of time on duty with him back in the day. I think he's a fine officer. But as far as I can tell, almost every strike point I've seen authorized has been, well, I say strike point, but that point, it's been more than justified. The terminations I've seen, from what I can tell, have been justified. I wish I could have spoken with some of the terminated officers, and maybe that would have changed my opinion. But with the information I have access to...
Ow.
Anyways.
brief interjection on the DAP stuff. I've spoken to some of the terminated officers, actually all of them. And what happened to Johnson in Johnson's case is that the usual system for issuing punishment and eventual termination was skipped because he ran his mouth. You know, it is what it is, right? In the case of Mr. Denzel and Cornwood, to a lesser degree, they were targeted. It's my belief that they were being targeted by the now suspended Captain Ruth. So their problem isn't necessarily with the system or with the points and getting the points and being like, oh my God, I got more points. It's more that they felt like they were walking on eggshells when other officers weren't. And they felt like it was hard for them to do their job as a result. I will say with confidence that from what I've heard from them and other officers, that I do feel like they were being unfairly targeted. There was an instance in which an off-duty Captain Ruth, as verified by logs of cars being taken from MRPD and an officer seeing her return, Cornwood, Aziz, and who was the third one? Cornwood. It was
Denzel.
Denzel. So two-thirds of the people who racked up the most DAP points were being stalked by an off-duty Captain Ruth in a CVPI with police equipment on her. And when they went back to MRPD to try to find out who was in that cop car, because she didn't show up on dispatch or on their GPS, they found that it was Ruth off duty following them. So their issue is more than just getting the points. It's that they were being targeted. That's all. It's more how the system was weaponized against them, not that the system itself is bad. I don't think it's bad either.
I would expect nothing less of you to have that perception of it, granted the fact you unfired Cornwood. But I think there's another way to view that situation. I didn't hear about that, but just from hearing it myself, why do you suspect nefarious motives immediately? Could she be surveilling them to see if she herself was wrong in watching their conduct? She was trying to exonerate them. How do you know her intentions? I didn't speak with her, but I'm saying
I know her intentions because it's against their protocol to go off duty and to take a cop car off duty and to carry a gun off duty, to do all of these things. That it is most certainly nefarious because she wasn't even following protocol at all. She broke the rules for herself.
Don't they make their own protocols, the captains?
The protocol is written by them, and she didn't follow it. Are the rules for them, or are they for everybody?
Can we?
I don't think we need to debate SOPs at the moment.
Well, we don't, because I'm right. Please continue, Mr. Owen.
Additionally, there's no incentives to being an FTO. There's no pay increase. There's no, in the past we've used insignias or patches on your shoulder, car incentives, whatever. There's multiple ways to incentivize FTOing, and there's no incentive whatsoever to being an FTO. So you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart. There's no understanding that you have essentially a you're carrying a crutch with you the entire time you're on duty. Additionally, the cadets, it seems to be a stranglehold on trying to get cadets enough FTO time. I think that there's things they could do to get cadets more time in the city, but not tie up FTO time. And it sounds like from Captain Slax's understanding, they're not allowed to do it for whatever reason. There's not enough pay for cadets to do these kind of things. I suggested having cadets tethered to the courthouse as security, having cadets working reception, having cadets working in the cells to help with processing without being tied to an FTO. They would have no powers to arrest or pursue or whatever. They would be simply learning how to interact with the public, lawyers, criminals, whatever, while not absorbing FTO time. Additionally, this would require more resources than just pay, but a paddy wagon type service for the cadets. They get a van, they drive a van around, and they help officers on existing scenes with scene control and transporting. It takes the weight off qualified officers, sworn officers, so they can go back to doing patrol work and they're not tied up with doing bullshit. But they would need access to a van of some kinds, and again, pay. they wouldn't have the power to patrol and arrest or anything, but they would just simply be reinforcements. It would get more cops on the streets and let the cops that were on the streets actually, stop crime. Other thing, dropping from switching gears from the FTO topic, there's no proactive policing in this city as far as I can tell. The most that they do is patrol high crime areas. I've heard a lot of 911s and 311s. Cornwood, I'm sure, could testify the amount of robberies that go on. I think those have to be priority number one. Civilians getting hurt has to be priority number one. I don't give a shit how many carjackings there is or whatever. A 911 should be your highest priority. They need to be more proactive in that. I don't know if undercover work could be a possibility. Unmarked, I guess, is simpler. Just having officers stationed in those areas, working with civilians, people who have been robbed, coming in, showing the cops where it happens, walking them through it, showing them where to station themselves, etc. That needs to happen. It needed to happen 2 months ago. Check my notes for the last thing.
Also, good news, everyone. After Svensen speaks, I suggest a short break. Question mark? 5 minutes?
Yes.
Sure,
Yes, please.
All right.
Oh, the final thing. There's no protocol for officers if they have to make a traffic stop and have a boner. I witnessed myself that he just had to drive off, so might need to do a waistband protocol for in the academy or something. That
maybe like chastity belts for every officer. Or...
I wouldn't recommend that. That might be hard to justify, but just like a simple course if you need to get out of the car and issue a ticket, just what to do with it. It seems like officers weren't educated on that.
Maybe we can put like standard issue pictures of like their own grandmothers and like the glove box they could pull out.
I just think action needs to be made. It seemed like there was resistance on that when I asked.
I don't know. We have
What about,
some
like,
officers that might. I don't know.
Like a Phyllis belt?
I'm not saying that. I don't think you should force them to wear
I'm saying that.
garments like that, but just simple training.
Just tighten it a notch,
Weren't you a Mormon, Svensen?
I was in the past. One of the
Is that why you disagree?
No, well, I'm not a Mormon anymore. One of the previous mayors lied to me, and I lost my faith as a result.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, I already tried to make Catholicism the state religion, and they won't let me do it. So,
anyways, I'll wrap it up.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh.
All right, we're taking 5 then.
wait, was that it?
Yeah, that's the last thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's take 5, everyone. Good meeting so far. Very good. Very
Be careful. There's people yelling outside.
I need to run the mayor over.
No.
You need to run me over?
Sir, please leave the area, sir. Sir, please leave the area.
What up, Bob?
Any food?
Sir, leave the area, please.
I'm leaving the area, man.
Leave the area, sir.
Where are your fucking text messages?
So how long until the meeting's over with?
It might be a while.
This way.
Just take your fucking time, or maybe just wait.
You
till
tell the
tomorrow.
mayor Trevingaldan's coming for him.
Sir, leave the area, please.
Cornwood, hey Cornwood. You put in my profile of warden of Bolingbrook Penitentiary.
No,
go ahead, do
I
it.
can't do that. No, I'm not gonna do that yet.
Can't do that?
How we doing so far?
Hey, come on, let's go, Trevingaldan. Oh, what's hell like? It's warm. That's it?
Kind of fucked up. Malton didn't back us for the money. He just went ahead and said his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a suck up.
Okay. I fight for his rights, like the union for us or something, I guess.
Mine's gonna be pretty short. I can barely talk.
Yeah.
I think we're all pretty much on the same page anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I forgot a few things, but
Actually, it's this way.
so you were just fucking with me?
Why the fuck is your shadow scares me?
No, we just passed it.
Your shadow scares me. Hey, warden coming through, all right? Don't get too close. You ever read rehabilitated inmate, Trev Ingle.
Oh, all right. You want anything?
No, I like the candy bars from over here.
Hey.
Who do you think they're gonna appoint as chief?
I hope it's Bones.
Well, I know you hope it's Bones. Who do you think?
I don't know. I've heard the name Ruby a lot.
I think judging by Cornwood's proximity to the mayor in this meeting, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be Cornwood, but it'll probably be someone he likes, judging by...
God, that'd be something if it was Cornwood.
That would be something. I think it'll be someone Cornwood likes. He's pretty close with the mayor.
I don't know who Cornwood likes himself more than anyone.
Yeah, but he also likes F-word, you know?
Oh God.
Dugong.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like two things, and one of them is gonna be Flop needs to do more police work.
Looking back on it, if I could have said one more thing, I could have said, please God, don't make me kill Flop. But I will if you make him chief.
Oh, I'll probably try to get you on criminal threats or something.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm glad it didn't come to that.
And
You're a judge. They won't come after you for that. You should say that.
Yeah, Crane would probably protect me. Okay, well that's an easy 150K for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna be able to afford a bike or something.
Yep. Well, if they import the squatty, or do you like the squatty, or is it the other one?
The Patriot Mil Spec or the Squatty, yeah, either one.
Yeah, the squatty's like 100K. The Patriot, I think, is 75.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit, we'll have enough.
Yeah, as a group. I mean,
yeah.
I'll get back to tow truck and
I don't know what the fuck Malton's doing with his money, but we
probably
could just
squirreling
go-
it away, that rat.
Yeah, he's a fucking rat. I checked his bank account. He's got like 30 grand.
Jesus.
Doesn't tell anybody.
What do you think about Jenny doing this? I mean, I don't disagree with a single thing she said, but I forgot she was that close with Simone.
I think she likes doing this job more than, I don't know, hanging out with Michael Simone.
Yeah, I agree. It seems like she actually was doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, now that I think about it, Simone might be the least impactful person in that room from what I've seen so far. He kind of just is
I don't
there.
think he talks.
Yeah. Observes.
He was a lackluster terrorist, so.
Yeah. It was no young dab, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Am I back in?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one more raw energy.
I'm gonna grab one for Malton because he's ass. They need to rename the Civilian Oversight Board to Civilian Oversight Panel because then the acronyms COP. I would recommend that.
Hey,
me too.
Go long.
All right.
Oh, I overthrew.
Oh. Nice try, man.
That was pretty good.
Damn. Go long, go long. Longer, longer. Ooh. Damn. You gotta get those, man. You gotta catch those.
Almost.
Almost, man.
They're seeking counsel for actual representation, but if they're seeking counsel to further the criminal activity and cover it up.
We discussed briefly, but we didn't like go into it because what'd you give me?
Candy bar? Because I noticed you didn't go get anything to eat. And you're
Yeah,
probably
no.
hungry.
I am, but I'm not going to be able to eat. I'm going to have Cantor just keep me up this council meeting, I guess.
Why? I just gave you a candy bar.
Or you're leaving?
No, I'm extremely scuffed. I can't keep anything down. I'll just puke it right up.
That sucks.
What'd you
Yeah,
eat?
it does.
Sucks to suck, I guess.
He's eating chips right now.
No. Are you sick?
No, I'm not.
Catnapper. Thanks for the subs, guys. I didn't acknowledge any while I was yapping. But Hunter, Maine, thank you for the one. Thank you for the 25 months.
I'll be honest.
I think who else subbed? Let's filter these bad boys. Riles McGetty, thanks to tier 1. And Kate, thanks for the raid.
Them as their legal representative, that there's no duty on that person to say anything.
Via legal advice, I could tell you.
I told you. I told some of you chatters, some of you viewers, you would not love Svensen's point of view. But let it be known, I stuck to my character, even though it probably wasn't the best streaming career move for me. I should have just leaned into the Cornwood / Dab. We hate captains. We hate captains.
Yeah, that I do agree. I thought you meant like, hey,
Greetings.
I'm being investigated.
No, yes.
Yeah.
I love Owen. Me too, kangaroo.
Not that dumb.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I think we just bring that one up when we go to speak about
Laffy Taffy.
I want to take a
Thanks,
second
one.
to thank all the auditors for their time and effort. I know that a lot of you are ex-cops, and a lot of you have either chosen not to be cops or were just not hired for whatever reason. Thank you. I know it may dredge up old memories or wounds or what have you, and I know it wasn't easy. I'm doing some part because I've been interviewing cops and I know what it's like. So, thank you.
I'll say you're welcome when I get my 50 grand.
Okay.
Judge Glory, would you like to give the last auditor's opinion?
Yeah, so I really don't have that much of a voice. I've been sick, but I did, want to do this audit. So I'll just leave it at a few things here, since it seems like we're all pretty much in agreement with our observations. One thing we didn't really touch on was Flop Dugong.
Oh!
No one mentioned that he needs to do a lot more police work and stop frolicking in the meadows.
Could you elaborate on that? What do you mean he's frolicking in meadows?
I think that's very base, Willie.
Thank you. He had 4 or 5 incidents in the entire month of February.
This man's a senior officer?
Yes.
So can you elaborate on the actual frolicking? Like what is happening exactly?
He's an ex-ranger. I mean, Willie's got his... We tried to send him into the sun as my final act as sheriff with the rest of the state officers, but alas, we got stopped. Willie, you want to elaborate?
Yeah, pretty much. I think he's spending too much time up in the hills picking up dog shit, eating berries off of trees or something. I'm not sure. I thought that needed to be pointed out.
I fucking love
I
Willie,
think we
dude.
covered just about every other aspect that we all observed, and I'll send Molten my report so you could have what I found in writing.
Picking berries and...
I apologize, I can't talk
picking
more,
up
but
dog
Maddie
shit is
says I
so
have
funny.
COVID, but I don't believe him.
Yeah, I don't believe doctors either. Good word on Willie.
I'll just keep this mask on.
I guess, does anyone here have any questions for any of the auditors specifically? All right.
Nope. All I need are their state IDs before they leave, so I can make sure they get paid.
Also,
There you go.
I did make the changes to the legislation. I'll read it out really quick so we have everyone's consent, because I did say it was unanimous. I've added a line in the bullet points of the powers the mayor's office reserved, which reads initiation of chief of police and assistant chief of police selection. Mayor or deputy mayor will collect names submitted by the LSP in order to submit them to the state, same as the commissioner.
Hold on, before you continue. I spoke with Malton about this.
Oh, it's a Malton mention.
And
Put it
he
on the
did touch
board.
on it in his speech. I think that the chief of police should be able to pick their assistant.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will just get rid of that.
Okay.
A chief of police and assistant chief of police of the LSP are empowered to carry out the functions of the LSP at the highest level as the direct commanding officers to the
Someone's
current
gonna tell
captains
me
and
how many
existing command
hours
structure. These
we've been doing
positions
the
will be
audit so
nominated/selected
far.
from a pool
Because
of
I think
officers,
it's
and I would add that to
roughly
say this
20-ish
position and then note
hours,
the
maybe
chief of
like
police selects
18 so
the
far.
assistant.
So I want to figure what the Malton mention per minute is.
Okay.
Etta, my state ID, if you don't have it, is 1100.
Got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Owen's was the only profile that wasn't coming up. I just got Judge Glory's as well.
Thank you.
And what'd she say?
She needs your state ID before you leave.
I already got Owen's. It was just yours was the only one not showing up in the
3459.
Thank you.
Who the fuck is?
Okay, I've amended it to read a chief of police and assistant chief of police of the LSP are empowered to carry out functions of the LSP at the highest levels, direct commanding officers. The current captain is
Yeah, my ID's expired. I don't have a fucking car in this character. Why would I get my ID?
Officer, senior officer above, and appointed
Driver's
by the
license
state via
fixed.
the mayor's office. The assistant chief of police will be appointed by the selected chief of police.
I have some final notes for the auditors because we have been talking to seniors and stuff. These are.
I'm not a big fan of the government.
So, how many pages did you write of notes, Chief of Staff?
47.
47 pages. Most of these are transcripts plus, bullet points of general findings. Here is some keywords. DAP came up in interviews 54 times among 17 interviews. FTO came up 29 times. Cadet came up 22 times. Command or lack of chain of command came up 30 times. Barrick Johnson and Ruby York came up the most for high command positions, with a Jeffrey Bones coming up second most.
Anyway, you get the picture.
Training and retention were the most frequently cited issues, with the downstream effects from the chain of command or lack thereof as the most frequently cited issue for many roadblocks aspiring officers face. Lack of delegation, the fleshing out of command. These are just very brief clip notes. We're going to pass these the interviews and stuff along to Malton as well. That's all.
The last thing I just want to clarify here before I guess the auditors are released, is there any objections to a lighter version of this circling back in about a week or so to get the pulse of how people are feeling with like the new chief and assistant chief, and see if things are continuing in the right direction?
I think a week's too short, personally.
That is a Malton mention right there.
People got time to cook, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you came to the council after our first meeting after a week, we wouldn't have had shit to tell you. I think 2 weeks at least, personally.
There was a common consensus as well with nearly all the interviews that I did, ranging from captains all the way down to the bottom, that they would like a continued audit within like a few months' time as well.
Well, we got a rough time limit, which is the expiration of Max's term, so we can certainly schedule something.
All right, and then I guess we just revisit it down the line then.
All right. I get the picture.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.
Someone get the door.
Thank you.
Get better, Willie.
Svensen?
Yeah?
your ID's expired, just so you know. If you're
I don't
driving,
fucking
you get a
care.
new one downstairs. Okay, I'm just letting you know.
I have a car. I'm just gonna pretend I know the way out.
You coming back in?
Oh, you're going the right way.
Yeah.
You're going the right way. Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I saw you trying to walk back in.
I was gonna
You're
lock
honorable.
it.
Oh, thank you.
No, wrong way. Wait, no, that's the right way.
That's the right way.
No, it is, yeah.
Yeah, this place is. It's almost worse than MRPD now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the
almost.
fuck is this? There's no elevator with a bunch of broke ass bitches.
Well,
Four
they
flights
have
of stairs.
elevators, but they're broken, I think.
Every elevator is always broken.
So.
Yeah.
Did they say they're gonna make us audit again, or?
It sounded like they want to, but they don't have a date in mind, so it might
Alright.
as well be a no. But who knows?
I wouldn't mind
Hey,
it.
I'll
but
take another 50 grand.
It was a lot of work, man. I was up long hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I did like 20 hours in a week. Almost as much as I did back when I was the sheriff.
Yeah. You know where to get your new license on?
I don't give a fuck about the license. Why is everyone on my ass about that? I don't drive. I don't give a shit.
I don't know. They were kind of mad at you.
Oh, they should fuck off. How about that?
It's this way.
Not this door.
Oh, we're at the front desk.
No, I'm not bossing you. I'm not on Women's Month.
Do you drive here, Willie?
No.
This is your month.
Hmm.
All right, bye. Oh,
I walked. The house is pretty close.
Yeah, I got it.
You have keys to the house?
I do too.
Hello.
Willie,
Yeah.
hey, it's Jordan. Here, I
Jordan.
see you and I hear you, and I'm worried about you. I heard you.
Oh, thank you.
You know I always have extra food.
Yeah.
What do I do with the key that I have?
I want you to be safe.
Maybe like scam someone with the other one. You can.
Well, I don't think my ride's picking up, so I guess I'll walk back to the house. You have keys to the house?
Yeah.
What? I mean, like, why do you have keys to the house? Actually, what the fuck? I was just to say no offense, but why the fuck do you have keys to the house? Offense intended.
Yeah, I think they gave up on like having a secret duper's.
Yeah, that was way too
secret
much.
house.
That was way too fucking much.
It's better now. We have neighbors, you know.
What do we even have in there? Like,
The south side is kind of different, Owen.
I've heard it's like houses were super expensive. Maybe in a few months it'll be bad. Once all the rich people move out, you know, they say white flight.
Yeah.
The
But,
suburbs.
Right now, like our neighbors are nice sanitation workers,
Oh, okay.
so they can sell us materials for our bench. Our house looks terrible, and Luca won't let the Fonz build anything because he says Lucy's gonna do it.
Yeah. Well,
Hello.
I don't think it's the worst idea
How
to
you two do?
for
Hello.
decorate.
Oh, well, look at me, can you?
We're kind of walking
Friends?
in
Wait, no.
this direction.
We're not your friends.
It's weird.
Said it was nice in the south side.
Well,
Or
our
we've been accosted by a homeless person, heard a gunshot, and an annoying horn.
Covenant's nice.
Okay, so like maybe this is a bad neighborhood.
Ingvar lives a block away from us.
Shit, Ingvar?
Yeah.
And what's he up to?
He's rolling around with forehead and dickhead.
Oh man, that's actually a better fit than I would have thought. Probably
Yeah, he's real gangster.
into the gangster life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was always pretty gangster. You know, he started.
He always was
shooting.
kind of a gangster.
Yeah.
Just a cop as well, and Swedish.
Yeah. Now he's not a cop, so he's just
Yeah.
gangster.
The straight gangster, huh?
Yeah.
It's a straight G.
Yep. Jesus, the guy's just taking pictures of us.
Doesn't the guy belong around like a college sorority or something?
guy's really obsessed with us.
What are you up to after this? At home?
Oh, I'm gonna lay down in the house for
Yeah.
like a day.
A day?
Yeah.
I might trot over to Mosley's before I head up. Head to bed. Close. See if,
Okay.
fuck, I probably should have demanded a paycheck before I left. That was an amateur move.
It sounds like we'll get him after the meeting.
You better.
You need money?
I don't need money, but I'd like to get a car. I can stop walking around.
There's nothing in stock right now.
Yeah. I guess that's for the best. Then I'll have to renew my license. Kind of
if
like
you do-
having an expired license because I can tell everyone to fuck off when they mention it.
Yeah. If you do get your license, it's just at the courthouse.
Yeah. All right, man. Willie?
No, come see the house.
Oh. All right.
Maybe you can convince Luca to fuck it. We have materials. Convince him to
You're gonna
fucking
build something?
Yeah, build something.
You're a go-kart?
Yeah, right now our house is a glorified computer and bench building.
Last time I was there, just kind of like a sheer drop-off.
Yeah,
Into the
now it's
basement.
Debatably worse now.
This dude has rims on his trash can.
It's pretty cool.
Real cool. Jesus, man, you're like fucking sprinting over there.
Just want to lay down
I know.
on our cement floors.
Cold cement probably feels good against your bald head.
Yeah.
I demand a key to this place. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the color's better. It was like on the. Well, actually, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, so we can go.
It used to be teal, like really bright teal. Now there's like some kind of house within a house.
Yeah.
Oh. At least there's like a floor here.
Yeah, there's a floor.
We gotta get someone on this decorating.
I'm telling you, Luca is just holding us up.
Oh, the crowbar, the beloved crowbar, broken.
Is it?
Yeah, maybe there's another one.
Oh yeah. Oh, we can make more.
Well, you gonna sleep here? You want me out actually?
Oh, let me show you the computer
Oh,
room.
whoops! I just picked up a fucking box full of shit I don't want.
Oh yeah, you should. Oh,
There now.
okay.
There's another room. Oh, is it up here?
Yeah, let's. I think you gotta go this way.
I'm not a big fan of the government.
Yeah, you just gotta hop over.
Oh, yeah, how very human.
Yeah.
What are you guys
Files.
doing?
He's
Playing
mining
video games and shit?
cryptocurrency. No, he's mining cryptocurrency.
I thought that shit was a scam.
Apparently not.
I mean, good luck with his Minecraft server or whatever. Crypto thing is. I mean,
There's a game on here actually.
I don't have keys, so I can't look at it.
Yeah, once you get a key. It's tower defense.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you like those.
I don't really play video games. I kind of live my life in the real world, you know? Like,
Okay.
I don't really waste my time with, like, imaginary movies and video game shit. That's just for children, I think, personally. Alright, man. I'll catch you later. If I get arrested, I expect a not guilty in my bench trial.
Yep. You know, I'll wake up taking. I'll just summary judgment if I'm too tired.
Sounds good. I'll see you, man.
What are the chances they have illegal stuff in this van?
Pretty high. I don't need it. I'm just gonna go block and I'll come back.
All right. I'll be here. Talk to you later.
Love you, buddy. Take care of yourself.
Yep. Love you.
I'll just run there. Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't know what Svensen's gonna do now with the audit concluded. I think there is a chance he could end up on some kind of... I don't know if the Civilian Oversight Committee already has people on it, or if it's just like the council or something. But if that's a possibility, that could be cool. Maybe he'll pursue a judge position or something. If the gang life doesn't end up happening with Johnny Devine and the rest. You definitely won't become a cop. I think at this point, I think cop is all but ruled out. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any chance becoming a cop again. It just doesn't make sense for the character. Like, why would he go back to go be a basic patrol officer after doing and seeing almost literally everything? I mean, he was a detective, cargo fast unit, motor unit, SWAT. He led the SWAT team, founded HVTU, was the sheriff, was an LSPD watch commander, lieutenant. Like, he caught young Dab, super terrorist, bitch boy. What else is even left, you know? What else is even left? No, actually, I don't want to be a judge anymore after what Fombi just said to me. Raven is gonna make that the biggest joke in the world if I become a judge. It's just gonna be, remember how I was a judge first on Ethan Svensen and you followed in my footsteps? Fuck. So I could get a land stalker with 40 G's. Out of stock. Squatty's 100K. Oh, I think I just crashed my game. Oh, just crashed the fuck out of my game. I'm gonna load back in. Enjoy this great song. Did Owen and Ethan not make up during the 5-year time skip? I don't know where we're at with that. Maybe we did. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that at all. Was he a good guilty? Was he a good judge, or did he just go, wah, guilty for 10,000 years? I don't know what he did. What's up, Kinji? I don't know if he ever took a single bench trial in hindsight. Yeah, it's on Spotify. That's what I was playing it on, Riley. Fuck the Covenant. You're so real for that, dude. So real and visceral. Open showroom from the grounds. I don't want to click on any of the cars because they might be broken. I'll just scan quickly. The Patriot's 30K? That's a decent option, actually. Out of stock. Any muscle cars? I'm a big muscle car enjoyer, personally. You get a Tornado for 40 Gs. Garbage, 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 garbage. Any sports cars? Ooh, a Comet for 1.2 mil? Tesla for 95. No Buffaloes. Fuck. Big Buffalo enjoyer. Ooh, only 600K for the Cheetah. No motorcycles in stock. Bro, the Manchester Scout would be sick. Fuck. How does My Sharona come on after that song? That's wild. Unhinged, bro. Let's see. Cara is only 25K. That's the move, actually. If I see that in stock, that's the easy purchase. This is what I want. The Patriot Mill spec. I don't know why they've chosen this angle for the cars to be displayed in, but the Patriot Mill spec would be absolutely perfect for Svensen. Just not in stock, bro. There's literally nothing of interest in stock. Literally nothing. I mean, yeah, like, I don't want any of this shit, to be honest. I've seen people move the camera off. Oh, you can with the middle mouse. Why does the middle mouse control this? That is fucking weird. Yeah. Oh, this is what I want right here. One of these bad boys in like desert tan or whatever. I don't think you can. This is what we need. There's literally keybinds on screen. Yeah, but that's fucking stupid. Don't matter anyways. Oh, shit's out of stock still. 3 months later. Still out of stock. Unbelievable. I'll call Bones again. See what's up with him. His ass. Remind me of all your time in NATO. Yeah. True. So true. True and factual. Oh. Love NATO. Me too, man. And if I catch anybody saying they hate NATO, you'll be reported. I'll take you into custody at NATO headquarters. Don't fuck around. Don't you dare fuck around with me. I'm a little sad it's over, honestly, though. I feel like that was fun. It was fun to have shit to do. I might continue doing it over the next week, because Malton said we could. Or, no one said we couldn't, rather. More importantly. But it does feel like the end of the audit. Giving the findings. Stating them on record. Losing the bell of the ball status. Everyone knows I'm a captain sympathizer now. Yeah, it's kind of lame that NATO's so mainstream now. Am I right, guys? You don't hate women. Ooh. Do another week, then bill 50K. Infinite money hack, 50K a week. Infinite money hack. Just gonna carry my hot dog around for a little bit as I walk back to the clubhouse. What's up, man? What's up, man? I got a big old glizzy. I'm gonna run with my hot dog now. Dude, if I can say one critical thing about NoPixel without ranting, it would be I really wish they would change the way systems you make money in this game. I feel like all the systems encourage grinding, not roleplay. Only if I could do only one, I think no more racism, sexism, homophobia. But the second one would be I wish the systems encourage more roleplay rather than just brain off grinds. I'm not Brave. Brave is a League viewer. I'm Owen. Owen7 on twitch.tv. Make sure to follow and subscribe. Yeah, that's Brave right there, see? Who the fuck is Howdy? Yeah, that was a good one. I was so mean to Cornwood, dude. He probably thinks I hate him now. Cornwood. DeVoe. I don't know how to spell that, but that's my best shot at it. You ended stream crying. Huh? What have I done? Nope. 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 Ever just eat a hot dog while running? Little mid-run snack. I'm gonna get rid of all these papers I don't need anymore. Yeet. What? Bro? Hmm. You think this is going over the building? Oh, I can see him landing on top, actually. Perfect. For you, Vesperance? No fucking way I'm ever doing that. Let me rename this book. Bullshit. Book. Bullshit book. Perfect. Oh, so much fucking running. I need a car, dude. I think part of the reason I don't want to play NoPixel as much is because it's just so fucking hard to get around without a car. Ugh, it's just like, ugh. If I had a car to drive around, I'd probably play a little bit more. I need to focus on getting a bike or a car or some shit. Who's being a whiner now? Did you ever think I wasn't a whiner? Fuck you. I'm a giant whiner, bitch. Buy a car. They're all out of stock. I thought Grubers exist. You thought wrong, idiot. I mean they do, but I'm not paying money for that shit. I'm not paying like $200 to get around when I have no source of income. What the fuck? Be nice. Sorry. I'm sorry, Mike. Mike, I'm sorry. You were just trying to help, dude. Jig that dab point right there, huh? You'd have a car if you weren't such a broke boy. Wrong. They're not in stock. It wouldn't matter if I had money. None of the cars I want are in stock. Idiot. I guess I could get out my tow truck and just drive on a tow truck. Did I get paid yet? No! That dude, Dewey.
Keep
Thanks
running
for the,
sweet
tier
cheeks.
3. Keep running sweet cheeks. Well, only for a little longer, because you said so. Let's go to quick Sandy runs for the homies. Please play most recent voice memo. Very important.
You all in this one, Hey, Bob.
Oh, what's up, man? Jesus.
Ain't the mates just here fucking getting the old weed trash together.
Okay.
Just had some trashed weed in my room, just fucking baking in it.
Apparently, you should get a key to the house or something. I don't know if you do or you do, right?
Yeah, I get the key.
Because I think they kind of gave up on the whole secrecy bullshit.
What's that?
Seems like they kind of gave up on the whole secrecy bullshit.
Yeah, I already get a key.
Oh, alright. Well, I'm gonna get paid 50 grand for this audit thing, and that's finally done with.
Damn, it's actually confirmed. You guys actually are getting 50. That was something
That's
you
what
guys
they
kinda
said
threw
when I
up in the air.
demanded it, so who knows if I'll actually see it or not. I guess I'll have a court case on my hands if I don't see it.
Yeah, you'll have to. And what about the weapon license? Is that still a thing, or is that
Yeah, 25 G's.
25 G's? Are you guys getting that for free too for working the edit, or no?
I should have asked that. That's a good question.
That should have been one of the things you guys were trying to get though.
Yeah, I'm gonna call
They would have
Malton.
saved you a bunch of money.
Although he's claiming his fucking phone is scuffed or something, not answering. That's a good question.
Because Willie was telling me you guys were getting them temporarily.
Do
for
we
a while
get
you were doing the edit or something?
complimentary weapons
You guys
licenses?
were supposed to have like your weapons licenses right now. Animal.
I'm gonna text the mayor.
Communication.
We'll see. Unlikely, I'll put it that way, but doesn't hurt to ask. I need to get a car or something though. Fuck, all that shit's out of stock. All the good ones.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Do you know when the
only
last
thing
time
that's
they got shit in stock was?
3.5 weeks ago.
Fuck
Maybe
me.
almost 4 weeks. Yeah, it's been crazy. Fucking people are dying for vehicles right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking race too. Let me know if you see
As soon
anything. I
as-
think if I had a
as
car,
soon as
it'd be a
anything
lot
comes out,
more.
I will buy one and I will just sell it back to you at fucking the same price.
I
You-
want
you
it.
can get a car. Anything? You want a Glendale? You want a fucking Seminole? You want fucking just a car that you can normally rent?
Just let me know and I'll come through and I'll have the
Alright.
50 G's and I'll figure something out.
Yeah, because I
'Cause,
get
damn.
126 G's right now on my account. So pretty much
126.
pretty much anything that comes through, I will snag for anybody in our group, and then you guys could just pay me back, and it's good as boom.
Yeah,
get
I
it.
always want the Patriot Mill spec. That's what I'm looking at.
The Patriot Mill spec,
we-
all right.
'cause we
That
wanted one
one's
for the
what,
club
like
anyways.
75 grand, I think.
Yeah, 70 even.
All right, yeah.
If you
It's
see it, let me
doable,
know,
so-
and I'll
yeah,
get some
absolutely.
club money
And we
together
can
or
just
some
throw
shit.
it together.
I need to get a bike too, but
Yeah, like I said, anything that comes through the shop, if I'm around, which I probably will be, I can just grab it, and anyone from the club can just throw me cash from club money back.
all right, sounds good. Just let me know, because I think having a car would make this whole fucking
100
running around
times
thing a little
easier.
easier. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. And
it's
then
a
having
pain
to
in the
rent the
ass.
$800 car every fucking 24 hours is crazy.
Yeah, pain in the ass. You still got the stills up? How are the stills doing up there?
And the ones across the street get kicked out. Somebody destroyed them.
Going on what?
And so I had 3 across the street and the roof tagged.
Yeah, that place is
And
kind of hot.
Yeah, somebody literally just went over there and, destroyed them.
Yeah.
So they're gone.
How about the ones on
Yeah.
top of the building? You know where?
Yeah, they went fanging for the week. Then after the week was up, they they crumble and they fall apart.
Oh.
So
Good
then
spot,
after they
though.
fell apart, good spot. I went to put them back in the next day. The day after they fell apart, and there was a car parked below the spot. And I went up there, and there was 2 people on the roof, mashed up, having a conversation. So I was like, "All right, this spat's burned. Never mind."
Yeah, shit.
Never mind, I'm using this spat again. So that's why I want to cross the street, just for convenience sake, because I,
Yeah.
spend a lot of time here.
The problem is you can see that roof from the highway.
And you can, but it's almost like you can't see that far away, so it's hard
Yeah,
to see.
but
Because the way that they're like very well tucked in and shit. Like I had them against the air conditioning units.
But
and
the thing
shit.
is, because you can see the roof, people are like, "Oh shit, there's a roof there." If you know what I mean.
That's true. Yeah.
Not like they
They're
can see it
maybe there
individually.
could be. Yeah. Maybe
they
there
just
could
see
be
the roof.
something
They're
in
like,
that
"Let's
roof,
go
and
look."
then let's go look. Yeah. Good thinking. Yeah. I just put it up there because it was like, let's just fucking do it. It
You want a
didn't
hot
work
dog?
out. Yeah, sure. Why not? Take a glizz.
Boing
Fuck it.
boing. Oh, you got
Maybe
too heavy for you.
it's too heavy for me
Can't find a
because
spot
I have
for it.
everything. I got 10,000 things in my packet. 1 second. There we go. Now you should have a spare for it. I forgot I had 1,000 bags of weed in my fucking packet.
Damn.
Not really 1,000. It's like 25, but
Well, me and Willie just got done with our audit, whatever. So probably about to call it soon.
all right, no problem. Damn. All right.
You know what? Here you go. Keep up the good work.
Damn. All right. Fucking big dollar.
Yeah, I don't know where I had that from. I
Who knows? Just fucking just taking up space in your packet. Just
Yeah.
a heavy dollar bill.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully see Johnny soon, because we should be seeing him soon. I don't know. This from what he said. Now, they're also gonna, in no way related, but I think they're gonna name their chief of police tonight. So we should see some changes in the police force. If that care about that for whatever reason.
That's good. I mean, I don't ever have to deal with the police because I rarely even do crime at this fucking point.
Yeah.
But that's good. There'll be a chief of police. That should help, in the grand scheme of things, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious who they'll pick, but I think I got an idea.
Hey, what else happened the last couple of days? I got robbed twice yesterday.
Reed? Or the others?
Nope. Same matters. Some people that I'm not really sure who it was the first time around. Then the same group of people, a mix of the same group from the first time, robbed me in the same group the second time around. It was like half the same group from the first time.
Hmm.
And one of the guys that was with me that got robbed in the second group, we were hunting. We were a meat processing plant, just cutting the meat up and getting it packed, so that way we could sell it off back up north. We had like $40,000 worth of meat in us, and they took half of it, so there's 20 grand that they took.
Damn.
And one of the guys recognized the rings the guy was wearing. He had like a very unique set of rings on his hands. And he was like, "Oh, that's my old lawyer, Ramiel Raman."
Ring ID, that's crazy.
Yeah, crazy, right?
That's crazy. Ring ID.
So that happened. And what can I do about that? Nothing. So there's that.
Especially because,
what of those?
You get that fucking gun license.
Yeah, I mean, what does it matter if I get a gun license? They're just gonna rob me with 5 people with guns in my face, and I'm gonna.
That's what I was
lose my
thinking
gun
about
every day.
with the gun license.
What does it matter to get a gun license? I'm just gonna lose my gun to a group of people robbing me.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting a gun license, but then I was like, I'm gonna pay 25 G's just to hand out a gun every week.
Yeah, I don't know about how I feel about that. So it'd be different if it was like a whole bunch of us around, and
True.
they, then there was a group of us with gains, I wouldn't feel so bad having a gain all the time. But
Yeah.
if I'm here 90% of the time by myself out there doing work, I'm just gonna lose that gun every fucking time I have one.
Yep.
And right now at the car back at the house, we have roughly 25 grand in dirty cash that have to get cleaned. But every time I go to fucking clean it at the Vanilla Unicorn, there's a car posted up, literally waiting to rob people. So I just cannot.
Well, they just
grab it
rob
after
when they
the
come in the
video.
door?
And, well, so there's a door behind the video.
Yeah, yeah, the back door, the manager's office.
And no. So there's a building behind the Vanilla Unicorn, basically like a locksmith and the fucking something else back there.
The yellow one?
A cartoon, the yellow one, the cartoon building.
Yeah.
That's where you have to go to drop your cash off at the side door of that building.
Yeah.
And people will just sit in between those two smaller buildings with a car, and they wait for you to pull up to get out of your car to fucking knock on the door for a minute or two to hand your cash over, and they rob you at the door while you're handing your cash in. Yeah, it's really...
Oh, that makes sense now. Someone thought I was trying to rob them when I
Strange.
ran through there the other day. They're like,
Yeah,
not
strange-
today.
Very strong spot to be handing out and waiting for people, because you know you have to stand there and you have to wait with your cash in hand. So it's kind of
That's
just,
fucked.
you know. Yeah. So it is what it is. But I'm thinking about we invest in some fucking laundry machines and we just put them in the house at this point, and I just start washing the cash, the cash at the house. Like we buy 3 or 4 laundry machines, set them in the house. It's gonna make our power bill go up, and we're gonna spend more, in the long run that way.
What's the downside with power?
We pay more every week, I think, for the maintenance fees and things.
Oh.
That's pretty much it. Like, we pay a power bill and our maintenance fee.
Yeah, but we make it back with the money we're cleaning, right?
But yeah, we're gonna make it back with the money we're cleaning. There's no risk or whatever of getting robbed, because it's just gonna be in the house. But we have to pay money out for the power.
You know, I always assumed when people said dirty money, it was like serial number was tracked by the bank or something, but who knew? It's just covered in shit. Just need a washing machine.
Yeah, you just need to fucking wash it in the laundry machine. Imagine.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy that the Vanilla Unicorn probably just has a laundromat behind their building or whatever that they're just throwing your money into.
Is that why people rob the laundromat? I've heard about that.
Yeah, people are robbing that for cash. Apparently, there's like a lot
the
of cash in that
quarters?
place. I have no idea.
When I was on a ride along, I saw the cash advance place get knocked over. You know what I'm talking about on Jamestown Street?
Really, the cash advance place?
Yeah.
The fucking exchange spot?
Cash exchange, yep.
Really? That's interesting. I didn't know people were hitting that shit.
Yeah, there's another one of those locations on Strawberry and Innocence.
Yeah, right next to Innocence, a convenience store across the street, pretty much.
Yeah,
next to Vanilla
yeah, it's
Unicorn.
like on the Vanilla Unicorn. In block.
And what else is there? The museum in the center of the city, next to the Pink Cage, or down the street, like 6 blocks from the Pink Cage, to the west there.
Yeah, it used to be the gallery.
Used to be the gallery. Now it's like just an art museum or some sort.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a manhole behind there, and it's always open. You don't need a crowbar to open it. And you go
Yeah?
down into that little bit of sewage behind there. There's a fucking Group 6 locked door down there. So I got a feeling like we're gonna be busted in that back door some way, somehow, and getting into the fucking basement of the museum. It's another thing I fucking, Vern and I were driving around. Vern found it like a month ago, and we
Damn.
went back down in there, and it was like, just like the Group 6 door to the Maze Bank that's in the Canals Tunnel.
You heard
There's
from
one
Vern or
down there
anyone
called-
recently?
Nah.
The other kids, I guess is
Nah,
called.
Vern's the only kid that of the kids that I've seen, but I haven't seen them in 4 days, 5 days.
I think we gotta call some kind of meeting to like pave a
Yeah,
path
me
for the
too.
group or something like.
Me too, because I've been on the verge of just
And I think
just
the
to
only thing
hang
keeping you
around
going
forever,
is. I mean, to be candid, we wanted to like.
We wanted to move forward with something.
We wanted to have like.
the cuts.
Yeah, we
and-
wanted to wait until it cuts to like do anything, but if like that's just like not really on the horizon, we should probably just talk it. Like, isn't that important?
Yeah, is it that important or whatever to have the cuts to be able to tell people that they're in the club or not? You know what I mean?
I think it would have been nice, but
It
if,
definitely
if
would
we
be
don't
a
even
neat
have
gesture.
confirmation it's gonna happen, like, you know, in like the next year, then what are we waiting on? I'll talk to Johnny and shit. Alright, man, I'm gonna get some sleep, but
Yeah, don't you get it though? I'm just
yeah,
gonna be doing
careful
this
out there.
stupid shit. Yeah, just keep my head down, keep on working.
I gotta know about the complimentary weapons licenses.
Yeah, fucking find out about that shit.
Bummer. Alright, I'll see him.
Alright, catch you around.
Yeah.
Gamers, viewers, chatters, please sub, please sub, please sub, please sub, please sub. Anyway, I'm gonna do the analysis real quick. I'm trying to think. Wait, hold on. Raven wanted me to play this. So let me mute this before I... Raven wanted me to play this.
My honest current feeling and reaction to ongoing events.
Anyway, now that I'm done playing that, does anyone hit me back with the analysis on how many molten mentions per minute we had? Molten mentions per minute. MMPM. Meh. I'm gonna check my own VODs. Hold on. So 2 hours today. 6 hours, almost 7 hours on Friday. So about... Doing some math here. So in about 21 hours, we had 32 molten mentions. Fuck, dude, I'm so shit at math. I'm like sitting here trying to think, how the fuck do you calculate this? I don't want to do per hour. I want to do per minute. So in 21 hours, we had 32 mentions. Divide by 60. I'm not doing that. Someone else do that for me, and then we can publish that later. I got nothing else, guys. I feel like shit. That nap, believe it or not, was not long enough. I feel like death. If you're not a follower, please follow. John Dabrowski. Wait, hold on. John Dabrowski? John Dabrowski, are you getting on? 50 racks, Owen, baby. That's fucking right. I'm gonna get a car. I hop on? No, bullshit. So bullshit, man. So bullshit. I was just doing them about the ends. So bullshit. No way John Dabrowski gets on. No way we see Johnny Divine. Little Johnny Divine. Did you play the voice memo? Yeah, it was pretty lame. Not gonna lie to you, Raven. Not your best work. Maybe you put the shirt on. I had the shirt on for like 6 hours. And that bitch didn't show up. John the bitch ski didn't even show up. Some Captain Aldo bozo. I log on when Raven does. Okay, well, see you later. All right, everybody. They're never showing up again. It's been an honor. I guess I just got to retire the character Owen Svensen because these guys are fucking me. I never thought I would see the day that I was the most active bastard And I can only say that because the Fonz is a hang around still. Alright, make sure to follow the stream. Fuck you. Lance Malton doesn't do a single bastard activity. That guy is just a government official. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Back-end bastard. Yo, back-end bastard is insane. Can you play some League OG? I'm on my knees for a few losses. Fuck you, Vesperance. Bitch. What the hell, man? Yeah, I'll play us out. Good call. Alright, follow my stream, follow my Twitter, subscribe to the channel.